The Oregon Military Department is suspending a group that actually responds to communities in times of disaster.
And some aren't too happy about it and worried that the state is now less prepared because of it. So we sent our Chris Woodard to Military Department headquarters to ask some tough questions. What did you discover, Chris?
Well, the Military Department says this suspension is just temporary. But some of those in the Defense Force, they don't buy that. They say the actions sure don't match those words. That disagreement is just the beginning.
To be in uniform.
In 10 years with the State Defense Force, Fred Broadwater has seen a lot.
Well, they're the state's best kept secret.
The Emergency Response Group is dispatched to help during events like the 2008 blizzard. They played an even bigger role in the response to the Vernonia floods with things like ham radio communications. But I found their operations have now been suspended by the Oregon Military Department.
The person that's losing is Joe Citizen in the state of Oregon, because we had capabilities that the National Guard, quite frankly, didn't have.
I went to the military department for answers.
In the event of a disaster tomorrow, is the Military Department able to respond as well as they would have had the State Defense Force not been temporarily suspended?
Absolutely. We have the trained personnel that are ready to respond.
Absolutely not.
Clear disagreement. An Oregon Military Department spokesperson tells me the suspension is temporary. The new adjutant general is taking a fresh look at the entire structure of the department. But after a suspension ceremony a few weeks ago, members worry this group is done for good. So I asked point blank.
Is this the end for the Defense Force?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Members of the Defense Force also argue that they provide hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of volunteer hours every year and say the state can't afford to just throw that away.
Anytime there's change, there's always potential for fear and that their jobs will be eliminated, and jobs will be eliminated through the State Defense Force. They may not be doing the exact same position that they had done in the past, and so that can create frustration.
And I also asked for a timeline today. If this is just a suspension, when will the Defense Force be brought back? The Military Department says at this point they don't know. And Broadwater, who you heard there, is clearly a critic. He says it's going to be a lot harder to get them restarted after being suspended than if they would have kept them active while this restructuring was underway. This is a situation we'll continue to follow for you.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're going to keep us up to date on this, Chris.
For sure.
Yeah, thank you.
Meanwhile, if you're just getting home,